Street Fighter V came out recently, and I seem to be one of the few people that care about the game, but are not playing it, not buying it. And this fact admittedly upsets me. I've been looking forward to this game for at least an entire year. I've been looking forward to it ever since it was announced. And here I am, without a copy of Street Fighter V on PS4, and with 0 hours of playtime. So why am I not playing it? Why do I not own a copy? Well, here is your reason right now. Due to outside criticism, Capcom censored Street Fighter V to avoid offending people. This is yet another article I'm citing that was written by Brendan Orselli, who I follow on Twitter and who follows me back. This article is basically the answer as to why Street Fighter V was censored. It's not because, according to Matt Dahlgren, it has to do with the ESRB. It's got absolutely fuck all to do with that. It's entirely because, according to Ono, the creator himself of Street Fighter V, doesn't want people to be offended by a fucking butt slap. There's also Cammy's crotch shot. But the basic point is, this game was self-censored because people were offended by it, and they didn't want that. When Ono talked about making Street Fighter accessible to more people, this was not what I had in mind. No, I thought it was strictly to do with how the game functioned, with how it was played. But I was wrong. Apparently other people's feelings are more important than your own vision, Ono. You care more about not offending people than you do creating what you want. So it is for this reason, and pretty much this reason alone, I am not playing Street Fighter V with the hundreds and thousands of other people who have been looking forward to the game as much as I have, some even more so, and there is nothing else I can do about it except vent and rant and talk about it, and not buying the game. But even with all the videos I make, even with all the arguments I present, even with all the passion I put into what I say, and all the dedication I put into sticking to what I believe in, I doubt anything I do here is going to make a difference. I can complain as much as I want about creators self-censoring their work to appease social justice warriors, but no matter what I do, there are always going to be people who try to discredit my argument by pointing out that my profile picture is a pair of breasts. There are always going to be people who deny the existence of social justice warriors either because they're idiots or because they don't want to get into trouble. And there are always going to be idiots who assume that I am complaining about censorship because I want my boobies and my asses. Because, in the entire history of the human race, everyone who complained about censorship only complained because they want the titties. Yeah, great argument there. The only reason people ever complain about censorship is not because they care about the creator's vision, or because they want the game uncensored. No, it's because they just want the boobs. You can't even mock that argument. It's inherently stupid. Some people will refuse to stand for what they believe in. There are a lot of people who don't like censorship, yet here they are buying the game with its $100 price tag in Australia, playing it, and just being spineless. Like you couldn't even buy the game discounted? No. Fully reward the shitty practices at Capcom. Go right ahead. Make the problem worse. I really hate that I'm not playing this game. I was prepared to do so much with this fucking game. I was prepared to play every day, even if it was just for 30 minutes. I was prepared to do fucking Twitch streams. I was looking forward to playing against Maximilian and the Super Best Friends. Hell, I even had this ridiculous idea of going to Vegas so that I could play at EVO. Yet here I am, not playing it, not owning it, because I have standards. I have strongly held beliefs that I want to stand for. I want to be consistent. I want to be as consistent as possible with my beliefs on censorship. That is why I'm not playing the game. I know for a fact there are people who don't fucking watch my videos and say exactly the same arguments that I debunk in the videos they comment on. I'll make a prediction for this video as well. There will be at least one person who will look at the title of this video and they will say, the only reason you care that Street Fighter V was censored is because you like tits and you like asses. I'm only going to say two things to that. Just because I like fan service doesn't mean it's the entire reason I buy a fucking game. The reason I don't want to buy censored games is because I believe in the original vision of a creator. I do not believe people should force creators to censor their work to not offend them. I don't like it when the government does it. I don't like it when institutions do it. I don't like it when groups do it. I don't like censorship, period. That's why I stand against censorship. It's not because I won't get my fan service. Street Fighter V doesn't even have that much fan service. If I wanted an abundance of fan service, I would go pick up every single Dead or Alive title. I only own one of them, and it's a good fucking game. If I wanted fan service so fucking badly, I could just watch all the fan service heavy anime. I've already watched quite a few, and those that do have fan service have other qualities that I really like. Story, characters, animation, voice acting. My entire life is not centered around fan service. Allow me to detail my history with fighting games. When I was about 6 or 7 years old, my brother got Super Smash Bros. Melee. We would put the disc into my GameCube, that I still own today, and we would play the fuck out of that game for hours. I was a terrible player as a kid, yet I still loved the game. Then Tekken 5 came out on the PS2, and I played that a lot as well. I was terrible at that game, yet I still played a lot of it on the PS2, and I played it on the PSP as well. And in my room right now, I own a copy of Tekken 4. Apparently not a very good game, but at the time I enjoyed playing it. I'm glad I own it. My enthusiasm for fighting games died for a while because, one, I was just bad at games, and they were tough, and I wasn't willing to put in the effort to learn them. Then, the super best friends started a series called Friday Night Fisticuffs. Then, I saw the episode they did on Third Strike. It was that video where I sat there with my computer and I said, that's it, I'm going to pick up fighting games. For real. I'm going to put in the effort to learn them. So when Ultra Street Fighter 4 came out on PS3, physically, I bought that the day it came out. And that was the first fighting game that I played to get good at. Of course, I'm shit at the game, and I've stopped playing it because there are a bunch of other fighting games that I love playing. Third Strike is one of my favorite games, period. That game is so fucking good. And when Smash 4 came out, I played that game long enough to learn quite a few things. I put in a lot of hours just reading forum posts and Smash boards, learning the game, learning new tech, learning strategies and setups and all that shit with fucking Lucina. You know, one of the supposedly worst characters in the game. I put a lot of effort to fucking learn her. I've even gone to tournaments. I've got my ass kicked just recently in a tournament, actually. And I do this because I love playing fighting games. I didn't always like playing fighting games, but here I am, talking about Street Fighter V. I never would have fucking imagined that I'd be here today, talking about this exact fucking game. Because when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. Like, fuck. I never would have expected me to borrow my friend's copy of Street Fighter Alpha Anthology on the PS2. I put like 2 minutes into that because I had to go do other stuff. But it's in my room right now, and I've been looking forward to playing it, seeing what it's like. I watched EVO 2015, I've watched Capcom Cup, I'm a huge fan of Daigo. All these reasons, all this history I have with fighting games. This is why I care about the censorship of Street Fighter V. Because I care about fighting games as a whole, and I don't want them to be ruined by professional victims. I do not want them to bitch and complain about the fan service because it fucking triggers them. I want people who create fighting games to do whatever the fuck they want with the game. I don't want them to be scared of ridiculous criticisms like, this objectifies women, how fucking dare you, fucking misogynist, fucking cis white male. If there is any doubt out there about my passion for fighting games, allow me to dispel those. You hear that? This is a Blaze Blue arcade stick. This thing is fucking tiny. This is what I used when I started playing Ultra Street Fighter 4. I wanted to learn how to use a fight stick, so I had to take my brother's stick,
when he got BlazBlue when it first came out. This is my Venom arcade stick. This cost me $200 to buy. Considering how much money I get, being a student and all that, this was a hefty investment. This cost me a lot of money. Here are some screenshots of my fighting game library on my PS3. Dengeki Bunko, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, Capcom vs SNK 2, Skullgirls on both PS3 and PS4, and fucking Third Strike. You still don't believe me? This is Tekken 4. This is Smash Bros. Melee. This is my friend's copy of Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. Ultra Street Fighter 4. Undernight In-Birth EXE Late. Stupid title, I know. And DOA 5 Last Round on PS4. And that's not all of it. My brother owns the Wii U and Smash 4, and I play it more than him and my other brother combined. I have every intention of getting Darkstalkers on PS3. I have every bloody intention of getting Nidhogg on PS4. I have every intention to get Killer Instinct on PC. Never mind the fact that my laptop cannot handle games that are younger than 2012. On my laptop right now, I have Rising Thunder, that free-to-play game involving fucking Seth Killian. If I didn't care about fighting games, why would I have that on my laptop? Why would I have any of this? Why would I be intending to buy more fighting games? Here's what you should take away from this. If I only cared about fan service in my fighting games, then you'll have to give a very logical reason as to why I would spend so much money on all these different fighting games and on a $200 arcade stick. I don't think you can explain that, because someone who only cares about fan service wouldn't go to such trouble to buy a fight stick just to play those games. I think the fight stick says it all. Like, fuck, who even uses that BlazBlue fight stick? It's tiny and shitty. It's super light. It can't even rest on your lap without you jerking it all over the place. Why would I put myself through all that just to get some fan service in video games? I would just go on the internet if that's what I was looking for. Every YouTuber I watch that plays fighting games right now owns Street Fighter V and have played at least a little bit of it. And unfortunately, I'm missing out on the opportunity to play against them. I wanted to play against Pat, I wanted to play against Max, I wanted to play against Wooly, Liam, Matt. I love watching these guys' videos. I like when they talk about fighting games, because I might learn something when they just answer a question or whatever. You might ask me, well, why don't you just get the game then? Believe me, I would love to play the game. I would love to own a copy. But I have principles that I want to stand by. Creative integrity for a game, or for anime, or for a manga, or for a book, is very important to me. As I've already said in another video about Fire Emblem, if you ignore or applaud censorship where you personally agree with it, the problem will only get worse. You have to stop it immediately. If you care about opposing censorship, grow a fucking backbone and stop supporting developers who self-censor their work because they're afraid of the backlash from social justice warriors. And instantly, some people who are watching this will already dismiss my arguments because I bring up SJWs. If you want to deny their existence, that's your fucking choice. I'm not gonna stop you. But it's a fucking fact. Those are the people that caused Capcom to censor their own fucking game. I cannot think of any other group of people that complained about fan service in Street Fighter V. The only people who complain about fan service in the game to such a fervorous extent are people who have certain social justice opinions. Seriously, as soon as I bring up SJWs, oh, fucking this guy said SJWs, instant dislike on this video. I'm going to ignore everything he ever said in this video because I don't like the fact that he called out a fucking group that I don't believe exists. Too fucking bad for you, if you're one of those people. I do not just plug in this microphone to my computer and just rant about nonsensical bullshit. I source my fucking work. I read a lot of things. Hell, I've been one of these SJWs. You're gonna deny the existence of SJWs, even in the face of someone who used to be a part of that community? Are you really so fucking stupid as you're going to deny a personal account of someone who used to be one of those people that he's criticizing now? I can tell you from personal experience, it is very fucking easy to justify censorship when you already believe that certain material is harmful or objectionable or offensive to other people. You will justify it left and right saying, the fan service in this content is not mature and you need to grow up. Or fucking, I personally find this offensive and you're a fucking sexist pig for doing this. How fucking dare you put fan service in your work? You need to bend to my personal beliefs because I am personally offended. I'm not one of those kinds of people anymore, but I know the mindset. They are very real people. If you want to downvote my video, if you want to attack the content of my character and ignore my arguments because I have a pair of tits on the screen, if you want to delude yourself into believing that social justice warriors don't have an effect on games, that is your fucking choice, buddy. You can jump up and down and scream that these people don't exist, plug your ears in and go la 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 la, but that doesn't make you right. You cannot find any fucking evidence to contradict the research I present in these videos. Max, if you're watching this video, I want to say this to you personally. I understand that you want to avoid controversy. I understand you want to play the game and you want to be happy. I just want to say I'm sorry that I cannot share your happiness with this game. I cannot share the experience of learning this game with you because I have made the choice to stand up for my beliefs and to not support Capcom's decision to censor their game. And I've made the choice to combat the censorship, no matter what the game is, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all this talk about censorship. I don't want to have to keep making videos talking about this. But the word needs to get out there. People need to start caring. It is such a massive shame that so many people don't give a shit about censorship. I think that's what upsets me the most when I talk about this game. People don't care. I can understand wanting to make yourself happy, which I imagine is why a lot of people ignore these issues. And it's just in my nature to care about certain topics that most people my age don't give a shit about. Even though I make these videos hoping someone will watch them and think, yeah, this guy brings up good points. I only have, as of now, just a bit over 60 subscribers. I feel like I am banging my head against a wall, crying out for people to listen and to do something about this stuff. But everything I say falls on deaf ears. Max, the reason I want you to watch this video is because I think if people saw you stand up against the censorship for this game and to say to Capcom, there are people who really care about this game and really wanted to play it, but they couldn't because they don't want to support censorship and all that, maybe you should listen to them instead of people who are perpetually offended by everything. Max, you have so many people watching your Twitch channel all the time and so many subscribers on YouTube. I feel like you of all people can get something done here. I'm just one man in Australia. I don't have connections with Iron Galaxy. I don't have connections with Capcom USA. I don't have hundreds and thousands of people looking forward to my videos and getting a lot of money from people who want to support me. I'm just a goddamn university student without a job. What can I do to fix this? All I can do is reach out for help. Which is why I'm talking to you, Max. I've already tried contacting the best friends about censorship when it was first announced that Street Fighter V was censored. You want to know what I've got from that? All I've got was Liam liking a tweet and Pat saying he doesn't give a fuck. And that's it. They've stopped talking about censorship ever since. And here they are right now playing Street Fighter V as I record this video. I understand it's not easy to stand up for what you believe in. It can get you in a lot of trouble. It can get people to try to discredit your arguments through ridiculous means. I don't want this to be the norm. I don't want nothing to happen. I want to make a difference.